To Becoming Next on Scene, everybody. I am so excited to be here with the amazing Christine Murphy, nurse practitioner, the founder of Moi Health and Wellness. Hi,
Oh,
Christine. How are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you? Thanks for
Good.
having me.
I'm so excited to have you. You are doing amazing things in your
Yeah.
space. And so I'm so excited for you to share what Moi Health and Wellness is and how you help people. So tell us more about what Moi is and how you got started.
Well, Moi Health and Wellness, the name actually, I just really like the name because it really means moi, me. It's about my health and wellness. So I really like that aspect of it. I actually started this wellness clinic really to take care of my own family who had put on a little bit of weight during COVID, and diet and exercise weren't working. So we decided to open a clinic. I've been a nurse practitioner for about 22 years. So I became certified in obesity management and opened up my clinic in December of 2021 in Raynham, Mass, and kind of grew from there. Uh,
Amazing. And you have other locations. So you have another
I
location.
do, yeah. So we started there and we quickly grew, really because semaglutide is an amazing product. And I started having some family and friends around my hometown on the South Shore in Marshfield. And it quickly, again, grew up big. So we opened up another shop in Marshfield Center, right in the center of Marshfield. So that gets pretty busy as well. And I do have a full-time medical assistant who stays there for me and helps run the clinic.
Amazing. So what type of services, like break it down more in terms of like the weight loss, health and wellness based
Yeah.
stuff do you guys offer?
Yeah, it's amazing. Semaglutide's been around for a long time under the name Ozempic. So Ozempic's been around taking care of diabetics A1C, helping them to lower their A1C. They found at higher doses, people lost weight. So they did a market study analysis in June 2021, and they found that people lost weight at the higher doses. And they marketed that as Wegovy. Wegovy had a lot of problems with their pen and with there was such a supply and demand, they couldn't keep up. So they actually had to come off the market. And that's kind of where compounding pharmacies came into play. And we get our semaglutide from a compounding pharmacy in Florida. And we have the 10% stronger than actual Wegovy itself. Ours is also compounded with L-carnitine, which is a fat burner. So we actually have like a dual whammy for weight loss. So we do the weight loss with the semaglutide, and we also do the tirzepatide, which is Monjaro, having great success with that. That has a little bit better of a weight loss profile and less side effects. We also do Dysport and Botox to help get away those fine wrinkles. And we do sexual wellness with PT-141, which is a great peptide to help improve intimacy. We also do hair loss. We use biotin injections for hair loss right now. We have a couple other products coming down the line. Gosh, what else do we do? And we do general medicine as well. There's a lot of people who need some general medicine concerns. So we see a lot of patients for that.
Amazing. And you obviously do like, do you do kids? Like, do you do teenagers up to like, what's like the demographic of?
That's so, yeah. So I have two daughters, one she's 18 and one who's 15. And they are just coming out of school. My 18-year-old goes to college, and my 15-year-old is going to be a junior this year. And they're both doing wonderful. My youngest, excuse me, did lose a little weight on semaglutide. She's done wonderful. It's actually helped her control her eating habits, which is really difficult at age 15. And kids are kind of mean, but she looks phenomenal. I've had over 300 patients on our program, on our weight loss program. So it's been great.
That's amazing. What advice would you have to parents with children that do have like health, like obesity issues?
It's a great question. Initially, this semaglutide was not initially recommended for teenagers, but now the age group is down to 13. I really think that peptides help support weight loss. I think that, if you try and you're doing Weight Watchers, you're doing other modalities and there's no weight loss, it really gets discouraging. So this medication, actually, you see results within a couple of weeks. I do recommend hydration. 64 ounces of water a day is key to any diet. You really have to drink a good amount of water. Another tip would be to drink 8 ounces before any meal. It really helps fill your stomach, and you would have decreased appetite with that. Some people do take like a stool softener or a Miralax every day to just make sure the bowels are cleaned out. And for eating a lot of protein, 64 ounces of protein a day is really recommended. Protein helps feed your bodies, feed your cells. So those are really key. And exercise, of course, doing interval training for exercising. even if you're just walking, but even just maybe going up a hill, doing some stairs, some kind of getting some exercise. So those are key.
I love that. Thank you for sharing. And in terms
Yeah.
of like commitment, like how long do you recommend that people like stick with programs and like be on
Yeah,
medication?
great
Like that?
question. I mean, I think that if, healthiness is a lifelong commitment. But I do think, you have to invest in yourself. So you got to give yourself a good 5 months. It depends on how much you want to lose as well. But most of our patients lose about 15 pounds within the first 10 weeks. After that, you lose about a half a pound to 2 pounds a week. So most people are on our program for a good 6 months. Some people will just say, oh, I've reached my goal weight, so I can stop. And others will actually kind of titrate themselves over a few months, take it if they need it or if they feel hungry, or just kind of take it sporadically to keep their kind of weight in check.
Oh,
More about 6 months or so, but I do have a good handful of patients who are still on it for over a year that are still trying to lose a good amount of weight.
oh,
It is good for chronic management.
fun fact. And then what advice as I'm a newer mom, like what advice do you have for newer moms, like first time moms, like after first babies? I would love for you to
Oh,
share.
that's a great question. I mean, sleep would be my number one recommendation. Anytime that you can, sleep when the baby is, because you need your sleep in order to make sure that you're losing weight. And then nutrition is really, trying to get your fruits and vegetables in is really difficult. I find if you plan your meals and pre-package things, you can kind of just go in and don't have to cut up the watermelon. It's already cut up for you. I'm a big proponent of buying already sliced at the grocery store. It's a little bit more money, but for us it works because I'll leave the watermelon in there whole for 2 weeks before I cut it up. But if it's cut up for me, I'll pick it and we'll eat it, no problem.
Great
So
hack.
those
That's a great hack. I love that.
yeah, good. Same with your vegetables too. Just put it in like a little to go, and you can take like these simple little snacks to go. Other snacks are good, like apples and peanut butter. That way you have like a teddy peanut butter and green apples. Great snack. Cheese and prosciutto and turkey roll-ups is another quick little snack as well.
You're making me hungry. This sounds like delicious right now. It's
Uh,
all great though. I love that. So tell me more about your background and my audience. So what were you doing before this as a nurse practitioner?
So great. I became a nurse practitioner 2002. I was an RN since 1995. And I did hospital medicine for about 16 or 17 years at Brockton Hospital, which was a wonderful spot. Hopefully they get up and running soon. Um, and then after that, I did short-term rehab, long-term care. My kids were getting older. They needed me a little bit more at home. So I did that for a few years. It was not my favorite. So I went into primary care. And during primary care, COVID hit. So it was just maybe not the greatest fit for me. I love patients. So I started doing a little bit of home care. I currently work for a company now that we do home care and we see patients in the home. So this is really a side niche for me that is really getting bigger. I've been cutting my hours down at my full-time job, and my goal is to be doing this full-time by the new year.
That's so exciting.
Yeah, I mean, there's such a need. I love to see people losing weight. Even if you wanted to lose 20 pounds, it makes you feel so good. You have decreased bloating, your appetite's less. Where's the Cheez-Its? What's for dinner? That food thought is gone. And people who have told me, I have a couple people of Crohn's disease, and they've noticed that their bowel habits are improved and their stomach's less bloated. And it just overall makes you feel great.
So awesome. So outside of now going to this like full time, your goal at the end of the year, like what are some other goals that you have for yourself and the business?
Great question. So we have our Lakeville office. We're going to be moving our Lakeville office to Middleborough. It's a little bit more wellness center and a little bit better environment. And I'll be joining with a massage therapist. So we're hoping to grow from there. It's a great spot in Middleborough. So I'd like to just grow that area and then continue to grow my Marshfield office. We're considering some skin tightening products and some wrinkle reducing products. And we're even considering vaginal rejuvenation by the end of the summer. So for those new moms who may need some Kegel exercising, or for those who have stress incontinence or urinary leakage, those types of procedures will help for that.
That is
So those are
so
some of
good.
our goals.
Oh my God, I love it. You're doing so much. And where's your daughter going to college in the fall?
She actually went to Worcester State as a freshman. So we lived down on the South Shore. Worcester State was further enough that she wanted to be far away from home, and it was too much for her. She actually came this year. She's gonna go to Bridgewater State, and she's gonna be going for communication disorders,
I love
and she'll be living there. And my youngest forensics police work.
Cool.
Oh, my
Such
connect.
cool backgrounds. We're still good. I can still hear everything is
Okay, perfect.
yeah.
Yay.
This has been so fun. So how can people reach out, get in touch with you, follow you on social media, all the things?
Great. So I'm not the best, but we do have a Facebook page. It's at Moi Health and Wellness. We also have a TikTok page, which we get really a lot of business on. So that is moi.health and wellness for TikTok. We also are on Instagram, moi.health and wellness. And we're in Marshfield, and we have a clinic in Lakeville. Our web page is www.moihealthandwellness.com. Our phone number is 781-206-7631. And my medical assistant is there Monday through Thursday, 8:30 to 4:30. And then I am there on the other times.
Awesome.
And I'm pretty accessible. I tell people they can call, text me anytime, reach out. I create like a family environment. I tend to create friends with my patients.
I can
Just
tell
to make
that.
it a little bit more personal. Yeah, definitely.
I feel like you're in such an intimate setting. Like that's so important too, for somebody to feel like that's safe in a
Yeah,
vulnerable.
exactly. And our
Yeah,
colors are pink and gray, and I love that color pink.
I love that. So also, moi is spelled MOI. Can you just right?
Yes, yes.
Just
As
wanted
a
to make
matter of fact, say again.
I just wanted to make sure people knew like when they looked for it because they might not necessarily think.
Oh, right. Moi, MOI, health and wellness. Health is health and wellness and is spelled out. So MOIHEALTHANDWELLNESS.com.
Perfect. And you were going to say something else. I'm sorry, I might have interrupted.
Oh, that's right. I was talking to somebody, and they actually thought my personal name was Moi. But no, my personal name is Christine. So,
So funny. Well, I think it's an awesome
yeah,
name. Love everything you're doing, Christine. Thank you so much for your time today. This was so inspiring and so
I'm
awesome.
really excited to have you. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you. Thank you,
Absolutely.
everyone, so much for tuning in to Becoming Next on Scene. And stay tuned for who's next on Scene.